Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here with us on this Monday morning. Having a great show lined up. A special guest drove all the way over from Freeport to be on Panhandle Outdoors, and we appreciate that. So let's get started with our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard, and hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. It's not going to be very comfortable today. How about a high of 44, low down into the 30s, and you've been watching the weather. It's going to be a cold week, so definitely want to throw another log on the fire. Look at our water temperature brought to us by Alco Electric, AULCO. Good folks for Alco Electrical Contractors. How about an even 58 degrees at the end of the pier? We're going to have some cold weather fishing right here. Moon phase brought to us by good folks at Panama City Coca-Cola. We had a beautiful full moon last week, some clear nights, and so now we're right at half moon. We're on the waning stage, and we'll be down to a new moon by next Tuesday. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn here on 23rd. Listen, folks, no tide today. It's a neat tide all over. So it'll pick on up toward the end of the week. We had some great tides this past weekend. We're down to neat tides now. And our wind direction will be southeast at about 10 to 12. Let's take a break. We'll come back with our special guest.
The new Temper-Active Breeze delivers a warming bed for you and cooling comfort for your partner. So say goodbye to thermostat fights and hello to better sleep with personalized climate control. Only available at the Sleep Center.
Empire Real Estate of Florida, making your real estate dreams a reality throughout the Panhandle and more. If you're considering buying or selling real estate, please call 850-247-8868.
Real-time Fisher Seafood Restaurant and Market on Highway 22. Fresh, delicious seafood cooked daily. Shrimp boil, oyster bar, steam bar, and now featuring fresh barbecue smoked on-site chicken, pulled pork, and we'll cater large groups. Check out the seafood market with a great selection of some of the freshest seafood around. Friendly service, great food at a reasonable price. Real-time Fisher Seafood Restaurant and Market.
Kramer Marine and Outdoor is your trusted source for all your outboard boat and motor needs. We carry Skeeter Bay boats, all-welled aluminum boats, and have the largest selection of outboard motors, parts, and accessories in the area. And our master-certified, factory-trained technicians are ready to take care of you. So shop us online at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com or visit us at the corner of Frankfort and 23rd next to Bill Kramer GM. We're here to keep you out on the water.
Come see our new collection of lift chairs here at the Sleep Center. We have everything from basic chairs to fancy chairs with heat, massage, stay clean fabric, even extra large comfort chairs that lift up to 500 pounds.
Sleep Center, where it's bedtime all day long.
Okay, welcome back and welcome to our guest this morning, Chuck Kramer. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors.
Thanks for having me, sir. I appreciate it.
Thanks for driving all the way over here this early morning and all, but we appreciate it, and we're going to talk about some fly fishing and just a great organization. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Chuck Kramer, I live in Freeport. Been here, June will be 2 years I've been down in Florida. Mainly I was up in Pennsylvania, which is where I graduated high school and went into the service, and then ended up back there in '99 and just lived there until I moved down here.
Okay.
So did a lot of freshwater fly fishing. 33 years in the Air Force, 8 active, the rest Guard and Reserve, retired in 2017.
Wow.
Been a part of Project Healing Waters now for about 5 years.
Okay, so what a great background. So many of our viewers are veterans, retired servicemen, and it's just so great to have you on and the things y'all are doing. But you're talking about, you spent 33 years with the Air Force.
Yes, sir.
8 years active. That's a great record. We appreciate that service.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
We really do. And I know a lot of y'all do also. All of y'all do. Now, Project Healing Waters. What a great organization. So tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Project Healing Waters started in 2005. Ed Nicholson was working at one of the hospitals, VA hospitals, with severely injured servicemen coming back from the war. And some of them had traumatic brain injuries, issues with motor skills, amputees, those types of things. And he found that, or introduced fly tying to those folks, and found out it to be incredibly therapeutic. And those of us that have tied flies and been fly fishing understand the focus that's required for doing that. You know, instead of just plopping bait out with a bobber, you have to learn the technique, you have to understand the flies that you're going to use, the hatch, whatever's happening. So he built the program around disabled veterans, and it's grown now to over almost 6,500 participants, about the same number of volunteers, over 200 programs nationwide in 48 states. And the program is incredibly beneficial. I know I'll speak for myself, but I've seen the healing aspects of this on some of my fellow servicemen and women, where when I retired from the military, the Air Force, there was a big gap in my life. I started suffering from depression. I was self-medicating with alcohol, and I just, you know, and I'm kind of pulling into myself, and I really missed that camaraderie that a lot of us feel when we hang up our uniform. Project Healing Waters came to me in a VA newsletter, and I saw that, and I looked for my local program up in Pennsylvania, found that, and it was just so, it just felt so safe being around fellow vets again. But what became really intriguing to me was, as I mentioned previously, the focus that comes with tying a fly, with building rods, and then learning how to fly fish and getting out on the water. And what most vets have found with Project Healing Waters is the therapeutic aspect of fly fishing, where you have to be in the moment to fish and to be successful at it. You know, whether you're out there just casting, or, you know, whether you're freshwater or saltwater, it requires a lot of focus to be able to do that. So the therapeutic aspects, some of us that, you know, may have been fly fishermen before joining this program, I was not. I was a bait caster, and so when I'm out there now, I mean, the focus and the serenity, and of course the thrill of the strike and all of that, I mean, it is just such a calming, centering task, and it's saved many veterans' lives when they found that. I've heard it time and time again from my fellow vets in the program that have said, you know, those words, Project Healing Waters saved my life. Wow. I was at my wit's end. I was at the end, and finding this group, finding this, and I'm not going to say hobby, but finding this new focus that they can have, has literally saved thousands of lives and enabled them to meet with like-minded folks, veterans, and find a pastime that's, you know, very therapeutic and healing. Hence the name, Healing Waters.
What a great testimonial! What a great background of testimonial, and what an ambassadorship for this program that you just displayed. This is excellent. I mean, talking from the heart, telling exactly what it is. And we all know about fishing, and we all know about specialty and fly fishing, and you hit the nail on the head, and it's therapeutic at all levels. And when you Jim Kelly had got us together and all, and we just met this morning, so this is great. We have all kinds of great pictures, action pictures, and all kinds of stuff. But we're going to take a break now, and we'll be right back.
Happiness is what encourages us all, and at PCU, we know the community is made better by the happiness of our members. Members who understand the advantage they have through our checking, savings, and lending products. Products that improve their lives, their families, and their community. So, when you're looking into your financial options, know that our products are designed with you in mind. Because the happiest people create the best communities. Panhandle Credit Union. Banking made better.
Lighting by Levon is your one-stop shop for elegant lighting solutions to fit every home. Visit our beautiful showrooms for free consultations and delivery. Low prices and the best service in the Panhandle. Service is what we sell. Lighting by Levon at Inlet Beach, 13123 Emerald Coast Parkway, Suite F, 850-502-4438. And in Lynn Haven, 809 Florida Avenue, 850-769-1232.
Explore the retail paradise that has everything for your outdoor adventure. Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Make your outdoor journey complete at Blue Water Outriggers. Come visit us today.
My name is Walter Woodrick, and I am a certified financial planner practitioner at Woodrick Financial in Port St. Joe, Florida. I do business through LPL Financial, the country's #1 independent broker-dealer. I would love to meet you. There's no cost to chat. The financial plans I create for clients really help bring clarity and perspective. You can call, text, email, or stop by. Just Google Woodrick Financial.
Kramer Marine and Outdoor is your trusted source for all your outboard boat and motor needs. We carry the largest selection of outboard motors, parts, and accessories in the area, and our master certified factory trained technicians are here to keep you out on the water.
Okay, welcome back here with Chuck Kramer, Project Healing Waters. This is, first of all, tell the folks, I asked you what he did in the Air Force 33 years. Real quick, you did 5 things in the Air Force?
I had 5 different AFSCs, jobs, MOSs, what have you.
Yeah.
I was first in avionics, PMEL, doing calibration of electronics equipment. Then I cross-trained over into Armed Forces Radio and Television.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Yep, same job that Adrian Cronauer had, exactly. Then I went into visual information, combat camera, public affairs. In my last 9 years, I served as a first sergeant for 3 different squadrons.
Wow, what a great background. So you know a little bit about broadcasting.
A little bit. It's been a few years, but
okay.
Yes.
All right, look, we got this picture here. This is a great picture. It's called Project Healing Waters, established 2005. So tell us, healing those who serve. Tell us about the camaraderie.
Well, this is hence the name Project Healing Waters. You know, being out on the water and the healing and therapeutic aspects of fly fishing. But the real healing, it starts with sitting around tying flies with fellow vets, building that camaraderie, getting out on the water, getting centered, catching fish. But the real healing happens like in that photo, when we get together back at a lodge, back at wherever we meet, and sitting around the table, bonding, talking about our experiences in the service, and being able to be around like-minded vets that get it. I mean, sometimes when you're talking with civilians about your experiences in the service, it's a little different to describe what exactly that means. But when you're around vets who've been there, done that, it's very calming, and it's safe, and it's a wonderful place, and that's where the real healing starts. Healing water is the being together with those folks, whether it's on the water, back at the lodge, at the meetings, or what have you.
That's
exactly.
Right. We know what you're talking about. So we've got great pictures here, examples of what you're talking about. So we'll start rolling them. Right. What do we have right here?
Well, this is, and the last picture is from one of our national destinations called Oak Heart Lodge in Michigan. It's about an hour north of Grand Rapids.
Okay.
And it's right on the Muskegon River and right down the road from the Pere Marquette. And the fishing there is absolutely amazing. They've got an amazing trout, steelhead, and in the fall, king salmon run. Wow. That is just phenomenal. And it was great getting together there. This group is the folks from the Eglin program, and last year we went up to the South Holston River Lodge in Tennessee.
Okay.
These trips, again, are completely free to the veterans. The organization picks it up, and it's purely from donations. And we get to go out, and as you can see, catching some amazing fish out there on the South Holston. This is also one of our guides up in the Destin area.
Okay.
Bo is an amazing guide up there if you need somebody to take you around in the Destin area. That's our group. It's our guide, and a guide for the guide. And of course, we had an amazing time fishing the South Holston last year.
I bet that was beautiful.
This is back to Oakhart Lodge, and again, I mean, as you can see in there, this group, we came from all over the U.S. There were folks from the Northwest, Oregon, Washington State, me from Florida, individuals from Tennessee, Kentucky, all over the place. And you know, within minutes as we get together, the camaraderie starts. We start talking to each other. What branch of the service were you in? Of course, you know, me being Air Force and being with a bunch of Marines and soldiers, the Chair Force jokes all start coming in, and the
natural rivalry.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just a blast getting together. But we all are quick friends. We're still on text groups and communicate, even though that trip happened in November. I'm still on groups with folks that I was with, 2 years ago on a trip. Absolutely. This is Kettle Creek in Pennsylvania when I was still with that program. My guide there got me on some amazing brooks and brook trout that they had there. So it was a great time up there. That whole community comes together and supports the vets. They actually do a little parade where we come up through the small town, and they're all out in their lawn chairs while we're there. Yeah, amazing. So some more of the amazing brook trout that they have up there. Some of these are stocked. Some of them are wild, but the wild ones are really hard to get.
I know. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't got catching one of them.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay.
So this is out at another one of our national destinations called Freedom Ranch for Heroes. That's out about 2 hours west of Bozeman, Montana.
Wow.
And on the Wise River and the Big Hole River. And there's another facility just like Oakhart Lodge where they bring vets in from all over the country. They do dozens of trips. Every week there's another group coming in. They meet you at the airport. They take you there again. Everything is provided for the vets, for the participants. Waders, rods, flies, and the guides are phenomenal getting you down the river and getting you on fish. So it's a great trip. Back to this is Oakhart Lodge again in Michigan. So, and we were going for steelhead in November, and everybody was getting on them. And as you can see, it's a lot of fun landing one of those.
Wow, I bet it was cold too, wasn't it?
It was cold. It was snowing like crazy a couple of the mornings. So South Holston River, again.
What part of Tennessee is that in?
That's right near Bristol.
Okay.
So actually you drive by the Bristol racetrack on the way in there, and it's 15 minutes from that area, right on the river. Beautiful, beautiful lodge.
Yes.
So scenery's great coming down the river. And again, where does the healing happen? It happens around the table afterwards. Who caught what? What got away? Of course, the fish stories are flying, and interacting with everybody, finding out where they're from, their background.
Beautiful lodge there.
Oh, it's amazing.
And everybody caught the big one got away.
Well, Angel on our group, she's there in the background. She was she caught the monster fish on that trip, so she gets the bragging rights from the South Holston River Lodge.
She showed the boys how to do it.
She certainly did. And again, sitting around every one of the places that we've gone typically has a fireplace or a fire pit or something like that, where we just sit around and catch up and reflect on the day and talk about what we're going to do the next day. And
talking about soothing to the soul is a fire.
That's the perfect way to describe that.
Correct. All right.
So this is back up in Oakhart Lodge. As you can see, it was a little chilly that day.
Ooh.
And we don't always catch the monsters. So we brought this one in, and if we had a smallest fish award on that trip, that definitely would have won that.
That's funny.
So, and here's Oakhart Lodge, and I mean, Pete and Ann that own this, and same with Freedom Ranch for Heroes. There are benefactors that created these spaces, and Pete and Ann specifically built built that lodge with veterans in mind.
Wow.
And they've partnered with Project Healing Waters and bring in about 10 vets every week.
Wow.
Last year they did it for 32 weeks.
Wow.
And brought over 320 people through the program up there. Again, flew us there, had the guides, have all the gear and the flies, the expertise of the fisheries, and it just amazing. The heart these folks have is
wow.
phenomenal.
Well, I hope you get to watch this on YouTube, so thank y'all very much for doing that. That's awesome. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.
At Bay Smile Docks, we know how to make you smile. We're open early at 7 a.m. We're open late until 8. Request an appointment at baysmiledocks.com or call 271-2341 today.
Rough and Tough Dog Food from Harold Mill and Company. In business over 75 years, they offer top quality and nutritionally balanced food for all your animals. Your chickens will love HMC feeds, as well as your cattle and pigs. Time proven, rough and tough for your dog. Want them healthy? Rough and tough. Want them happy? Rough and tough. Only the best from Harold Mill and Company.
BJ's Marine Service. With over 44 years in business, they're dedicated to offer you the very best in marine service. BJ's Marine will repair any marine motor. Dependable and experienced. They won't be satisfied until you're satisfied. Local business that is family owned with a tradition of excellent service. Trust your motor to the best. BJ's Marine, 1317 Transmitter Road.
Are you looking for some fine fresh seafood? Then head over to Gene's Oyster Bar. This legendary icon has been around since 1910 and has served the finest and freshest seafood straight from the Bay and the Gulf. Folks come from all over the Panhandle and South Alabama to relish in this unique experience. So come on, pull up a stool and enjoy the finest oysters on the Gulf Coast. Gene's Oyster Bar on Sherman Avenue in historic Millville. Open 11 to 7, Tuesday through Saturday.
At Bay Smile Docks, we know your time is precious. That's why Bay Smile Docks opens early at 7 and we're open late until 8. Request an appointment at baysmiledocks.com or call 271-2341 today.
Okay, welcome back. So here with Chuck Kramer, Project Healing Waters. What a great organization, as you see. Before we get back with Chuck, let's take a quick look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe, 3:37 to 5:37, just wrapping up. And how about 5:57 to 5:57 tonight? Real quick, I'm going to show you the picture here. This is Project. Okay, it shows you a lot about. Tell us about this.
Well, this is our brochure, Project Healing Waters. It has some of the statistics about our group, how many participants we have, 65,000 plus veterans that have been served and helped with Project Healing Waters through this. Our programs all around the country meet weekly or bi-weekly or monthly, and some of the things that we talk about in the meetings is techniques, but we also are hands-on with teaching fly tying as well as rod building. And as I'm sure anybody that's done this, building your own rod and catching a fish on a fly that you tied with the rod that you built, there's a lot of satisfaction in that.
Don't get any better than that, I promise you. That's awesome. That is awesome.
They also provide annual, shall we say, contests for who builds the best flies and can build rods. And some of the flies that we've tied in our organization here, Jim Kelly tied these, some strong arm crabs that we've got, and we teach all the participants how to do this. We have all the vices and materials to do that. Additionally, I was taught how to build a rod and was able to customize it based on one of the ribbons that I've got and the designs that I was able to bring together.
What made you pick out those particular colors? What does that mean to you?
Well, the colors, this is a Meritorious Service Medal. I received 3 of those while I was in service. I'm very proud of that. Right place, right time, sometimes wrong time, depending on what you get it for. I was able to put Healing Waters, the Air Force on there, and the red, white, and blue, of course, denote the flag, put the stripes and some blue on there to kind of represent the stars as best I could. But there was a lot of satisfaction in building that. A lot of work goes into that, anybody that's built a rod. And we have amazing mentors, such as Jim Kelly, who's a master at building rods, who's teaching us how to do that. I'm in the process of building another rod right now based on his mentorship. So it's some great stuff. But in the brochure that we showed there, if anyone's interested in this, you can go to projecthealingwaters.org, and there's a ton of information on the website. If you want to donate, I donate. Even though I'm a participant and volunteer, I still donate every year. It's one of the primary veteran organizations that I feel is worth my money, and I definitely donate to it.
That's great. And think about getting some organization over this way somewhere?
Well, we have, correct. There's a program in Pensacola, a program in the Destin area. We meet at the Destin American Legion the first and third Mondays of the month there. Bay Pines down in Tampa, Space Coast, and one down in Cape Corals, Naples, that area down southwest Florida. So we have a lot of programs.
Yeah, real quick, we got a couple more pictures.
Sure thing.
Let's see, this one right here.
So that's Oakhart Lodge again. That facility is just beautiful. This is back out in Montana at Freedom Ranch for Heroes.
Wow.
South Holston River Lodge.
I was having a good meal. Ooh, look at that one.
And that up at Oakhart Lodge, that's Keith, one of our participants, and several folks on that trip in late October were able to land some of the king salmon coming in.
Wow.
Very jealous.
Wow.
And this is one of our folks out of the Destin program, Brent, and with a monster red. That
didn't come out of Michigan. That came
that came out of out of Choctawhatchee Bay. Now, one of the other things that we do is we partner with Panhandle fly fishers.
Okay.
I'd be remiss to not mention that group. When we meet, it's a dual meeting with Project Healing Waters and Panhandle fly fishers. And this year we gave out 2 awards, one to Rick Munjum for stepping up and supporting our program while Greg was out. And Greg won the Phil Johnson Award for Outstanding Volunteer of the Year this year. So yes, he's an amazing individual, and the program is thriving because of him and Rick.
We're talking about doing something good for others, and this is not a classic case of helping each other. I'm so proud of y'all and all of y'all putting this together and just helping your fellow man. And that's awesome. Thank you so much for doing it.
Oh, it's a labor of love.
And we're definitely gonna have you come back, because we got to talk to you, and we got to get some other guys coming in too, and talk about some fly fishing, because it'll be mayfly season before you know it. So thank you for coming over.
Thank you for having us.
So nice to meet you. All right. Folks, we'll help out on this all we can and try to get some things going in this area too. So y'all got to wrap it up for today. You got a big week planned. Y'all do something good for someone else like this, and you have a great day. Enjoy the outdoors. Let's take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.